this, and I'm going to, the recording is ongoing already. So let's first and foremost introduce ourselves to a time check is now 9:45. And so I'm going to use the next 45 minutes to handle this. So pay attention because this is a free workshop. You are not paying money apart from your data. So pay attention to learn what I have learned for free, and so that you can help the community that you are having, because all of us, we have our nuclear community. So when you learn properly, not just looking at the screen, you have pen to record things down, you'll be able to help yourself and also help the community that are following after you. So please, let's do this tenaciously. Now, I'm going to introduce us to what we call my new group. The reason is that many of us do not really understand the strength and the power behind this project. Let's understand that before the amalgamation or the coming together of all these companies, it was my new group that first identified Eneh and bought over the Eneh majority shares. Let's understand that first. That should suggest to us who is and who are the team behind my new group. Let's also understand the ambition of my new group, how big it is. They are poised to replicate what Binance have done within the period under review. And most importantly, we know that Binance has pulled out of the Europe market for reason of regulation. And this company has acquired 11 licenses from the Europe and other countries around the world, which has positioned them to be the bride of the regulator, because the regulator wants to know what you are doing. And so this project has a lot of branches, and already they are taking things step by step, and they have started gathering influencers around the world that will help them to push. So there are few projects that you need to understand what is going on. And all that you are going to see here is and will be powered by one single utility token. When you want to set up your token, they will ask you, what type of tokens do you want to set up? Is it an asset token or a utility token? A utility token is a token that powers the movement of everything within an ecosystem of a project. So the NRT, the new one credit, is the utility token of the entire ecosystem of my new group, which is the company that came up and bought over the majority shares of Eneh, that transformed to what we call Zentech, before we now have the formation of the layer K. Now, this suggests to us that this company is a company that we can acquire the asset. Why the rest of the world don't understand what they are doing. When you think about Pt1, this is a reversional banking. And guess what? Banking is one of the institutions that will go to the end of the world, because banking runs with human. And the affordability and accessibility of the banking infrastructure is more important in this age. So that's why when you have the new one, and you now have the new Zentech, which is made up of my new group and Zenith. And then you now have the Banker New, which offers you opportunity to open international bank accounts and so much. I only make this introduction. And for those that also know where I got it from, I also want to drop Did I share my screen? Was I talking to myself? Oh, I didn't share my screen. Sorry about that. So I'm going to also drop this page. Sorry, I didn't know that I was talking to myself. So looking at what we have here once again, you will see that my new group, you have Pt1, and you have New Zentech, and you have the Banker New. Now, the Banker New is, I need to take you to the platform itself, so that by the time you get into this, you'll discover that it's a platform. Let me just take that back because it's taking me out of where we were. It's a platform that you can do so much, and the world is looking for this kind of a product. And so that's why they are positioning themselves to make sure that they are doing exactly what Binance supposed to do. So let's take a look at that before I take you to. So Banker New represent the digital banking. You will find the product here. These are all the products. Now, what does that mean? It means that this platform is going to, you see, today we have a lot of new bankers like OPE, like other. So people are going to create their banking protocol under this place. So you can create a white label banking and give it your own name. That becomes your bank. Whereas you are connected directly to the Banker New. So you can own a bank yourself and start to sell the products, and everything will be branded on your own name. Yet you are a sub to this bank. And so this is quite a mind-blowing project that would attract a lot of people around the world. So you can get this, and I get back to where I want to lead you now. Now, there are other subsidiaries. The new Zentech, the new education, the new help, the new angel investment, the new credit, the new labs, and so much. The new travel of getting 50% cash back. Now, why do you get 50% cash back? You will get 50% cash back if you pay. Listen to this. If you are hearing me, just type on the chat box, I hear. Just type on the chat box, because I'm about to tell you something that will shock you. Just type on the chat box, I hear. Why would they give you 50% cash back? They will give you 50% cash back if you pay your traveling bill with NRT. Did you hear what I said? They have already entered a negotiation. It's just like somebody said is doing auction sale. He's the one that knows the price of the auction. And so giving you 50%, that means you have paid, instead of paying with a dollar, you are now paying the fee with NRT. So where would the person get NRT? The person will go to the market to go and buy NRT to pay, because NRT is the utility token for this community. And then we now have the Neo Finance, instant crypto loan with Neo Finance. And we now have also new boats, new wallet, and the island. Now, if we get back to what I have for you today, we have been offered an opportunity for us to acquire these assets. And we can acquire this asset today by coming into the farm of the NRT. We all know by now that the new economy of this project is that I have said in different fora, and I've used every form of communication skill to help us understand. If you come to my village, and perhaps that happened in your village, there is what we call, there's a practice of people coming to hire a plantation, maybe like a palm fruit plantation, for a certain month, perhaps 5 months, 6 months, or 1 year. And there will be a certain amount to either the chief of that community or the owner of that plantation. When they have paid the money, they have now commissioned to harvest the plantation during the period of these 2 years. After the expiration of the 2 years, the contract is over. The question we ask is that after the expiration of 2 years, will the person that hired the palm fruit plantation go and request for the capital that he paid? No. The capital he paid was the hiring of the plantation. During the course of these 2 years, the contract may be he can plant some crops that he can harvest within this period. We also do that for those that plant cassava. We can hire the farm and then plant cassava within the period of time under review. After you have harvested your cassava, you get off of the farm. My friend, that is exactly what we are doing with the digital asset of NRT. NRT is giving you, in this case, and with all other projects of the ecosystem, but we are focusing on NRT. Why? Because we have identified the land to be a very fertile land. And we have identified the asset to be a very Jewish asset that has the potential of hitting the market and giving us profit as business person. And so the company has given us an offer for us to buy a portion of land. Now let's take a look. Before this time, we really cried out for them to reduce what we called the cost of the farm, because the cost was around 2,000 euro, right? Was 2,000 euro. And so we have to cry out, and the company have to help us reduce the price. And today we have various prices. Now, before I take you to how to execute it, let me take you to first the packages that we have right now and the potence of how this can create wealth for us. And we cannot shy away because this is our project. We are the ones that labored for this project. And so we cannot allow the momentary delay, if there's any, for what we expected from the so-called Eneh to rob us of our bright future. So I want to share with us now the new packages that are available for NRT. I do hope that you can see my screen from there because it's showing very clearly. So pay attention to what I'm going to share with us now. And then I will now take you to how to manipulate, because the NRT is not managed on the website. Rather, it's being managed on Nomo. That's why some of us don't even understand the gifts that the company was so gracious to offer us Nomo in the place of Tupan. We have had a news about how the company is still thinking that is such a company that somebody who doesn't know more than mixing gari with water will be insulting such a company. He doesn't know more than mixing water and gari to become a bar. We'll be insulting a company that's doing everything to stand out at the marketplace. I salute this company myself. So let's get back to what we have today. And some will say this guy is too arrogant. Of course, when you know so much, it can make you arrogant anyway. So thank you. So now, let's look at what is on the table. I'm going to use the price of NRT of 0.46, that's 46 cents or thereabout. Let's use the US dollar in this case and leave euro, or let's either use anyone, but you can convert it. But I would like someone to check off for me what is the price of NRT at the marketplace while we are doing this, so you can post it for everyone to see. Now, right now, we have a package of 1/16. That is the full pack of the empty farm. Let's understand, when you pay for this license, the license is an empty license without anything. It's like if you hired a land to plant something and you have paid the owner of the land. If you don't plant anything at the expiration of the land, you are going to go out empty-handed. And so when you buy the land, you must be ready to plant something on that land. That is exactly what we are talking about. And so the land has been segmented to 3 levels right now. We have the 1/16, we have 1/4, and we have a full license. Now let's look at, this is very simple, because right now we can say that if you do this, you are going to go this. That's why I want us to go all out, redeem ourselves, and take this market, because we are privileged to know what is going on now. It's just like when Binance came. Some of us did not have idea what was going on. But right now, we cannot say the same thing of this project. Okay, please confirm that, check whether you are talking about 0.45 cents or thereabout. Now, we have 1/16. So the package is 227 license or a package or a portion. Now, when you pay that, you are expected to go to the market. Take note of this. To go to the market and purchase NRT worth 454. It doesn't matter how many NRT you are purchasing. But what matters is that did you purchase NRT what NRT what 454. And so if the price is higher, you are going to get less. If the price is lower, you are going to get more. So in that case, for somebody to maximize the first farm, you need to get a total of 680 euro. Should be able to do the first farm. So what are you expecting? This is no more a gain or a game. I can tell you for free that this will happen before your eyes. Somebody will say today, like they said to me, that's your coded tongue. I'm so happy that God gives me a coded tongue that's so sweet, and I know how to say what I say well. You are going to have 981 NRT. If you purchase your NRT at the price of 0.46, but if you say the price at the market is 0.45, so let's change the price here to 0.45, you discover that what you are going to get is going to be more because the price have changed. So you can see that it has also is attached what you are going to get, the number of NRT that will be planted on that farm to be 1,008. Let's see demonstrate again. But if you wait and the price of the NRT got to 0.65, how many of the NRT will enter your farm? 698. If you also wait and the price of NRT gets to 8.9, how many NRT will you plant for your farm for this package? 510 NRT. But if you can pray this night and the NRT return back to 0.15, how many NRT would you have planted? 3,024 NRT. Do you see why I'm shouting? Do you see why I'm calling all of us? That this is a time we need to find a way to make sure that we plant our seed before the price of NRT goes up. But let's get back to the real price of NRT today and find out a demonstration there. The price of NRT today, check up here, is 0.45. Therefore means that you are going to get, that will give you a total of 1,008 NRT. Now, the NRT is generating for you every day 0.00333 NRT. So if you multiply this amount with 1,008 NRT, it will give you a daily supply, a daily minting of 3 NRT daily. And in the share value, you are allowed to withdraw 2.02 NRT, while 1.34 NRT is locked up for a period of 720 days. It therefore means that if you take that first package, and if NRT stays at $1 at the end of the 720 days, you should have a total of 3,427 NRT equals to 3,427 US dollar because it is sold with US dollars at the market. Having said that, we can use the same idea for the second package of the second license is 672 euro. That means that your investment should be a total of 2,016 NRT. And that should give you a total of 2,987 NRT. If you take this package, I do hope, without missing word, that you should be expecting around 10,155 NRT. If NRT stay at $1, you are going to stay at 10,155 US dollars. But what if NRT stay at $3? You are going to stay at 30,000 US dollars. But let's say that you were able to go for the real game changer, which is the full package of the farm, which is 2,000. Your investment then, because you are going to fill the farm with 4,000, but understand that you are not under any relegation to fill the farm immediately. You can fill with what you have, but you cannot plant your seed without buying the land. So you must buy the land first and then start filling your farm. And so if you go for a package of 2,000, your investment total should be 6,000 euro. But you know, some folks think that we are talking about commission. Who earns commission here? If somebody were to make investment of 6,000, and then what the community can earn commission is only 2,000, is that demand insults? Because the business is your own. And so if you go for this 6,000 investment, if you like, take note, we are not financial advisors. This is for education. Now, you should expect a total of 30,227 NRT. That suggests to you that if NRT stay at $1, you would expect to receive 30,222 US dollars. If NRT stays at $3, you are expecting 90,666 US dollars. Who said you cannot be wealthy with what is coming? And then we have other packages. We have the package of 5,390. That package can make your friend. Do you have any friend that want to make any money? That package can make your friend to get a total of 86,240 if the NRT stays at $1. Having shown you all this money, where do you find it? When you go to your back office, your K-Mall, you have to pay for 39 euro, which is 44 US dollars, okay? And then buy your license, and then you can find this asset. So at this point, I want to now take you with the time available to go and show you how to play along with Nomo to make sure that you're able to get this. So I'm going to turn on to my okay, so please pay attention. This is the main reason of this meeting tonight. The reason is how you can handle so much with this. So I'm going to now take you to the screen, and I hope my screen will be coming up right now. Okay, why is it asking me? Okay, to account Zoom should be up here. Zoom, just 1 minute. We want to Zoom. Zoom was blocked up. Okay, Zoom, yes, come up here. All right, okay. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen right away. Now, the first thing is that you need to go to your normal. So where is my normal? Here is my normal. I hope you can all see my screen. Okay. So I log on to my normal. All right. Now, this is my normal. There is something I'm going to do with this normal right now. Because when you hear about normal, most of us don't understand the power of normal. Normal is the Web3 version of the Google Play Store and Apple Play Store. So I'm going to delete out all these things you are seeing here. Delete out. I'm going to, let me see how to delete them out. Okay, yeah, delete. Okay. I'm deleting them out. I move them out. Now, this is the normal for an average person who doesn't understand normal. He said, I don't know more. I didn't see anything. Everything you needed is inside this normal. First and foremost, we go to the wallet. We go to the wallet. You can see that you have some things here. What if I want to move this out? I will just go to manage my account, manage my assets, and then I want to remove those things out so that the next time I on my normal, an average person will see nothing on my normal. So I can just on my normal, and you come to home, you will see nothing, nothing inside the wallet. But anytime I want any asset to appear on my normal, I simply go to setting, I click on assets, right? And I click manage asset. Which of the assets I want to call back to normal? I want to call back my new credit. I want to call back Binance. I want to call back Zenecoin. I want to call in Bitcoin. I want to call in Litecoin. I want to call in Bitcoin Cash. I want to call in Euro Cash. I want to call in any of the assets that are lined up here. I want to call in BSC, and I want to call in anyone. CFR, what of you? Let me get back to my home and click my wallet. You will see all the things that I call up. They all appear here. This is your normal. This is your normal. Now, let's get back to bringing in the NRT right now. So let's get back to home. You have seen this particular Discover Web. There's one icon here that looks like a basket. It's called Discover Web. What if I delete it out also? Where can I get it? Let me delete it out. So I pull it out. So my normal is just as what we call the raw normal. There's nothing here. So that thing I deleted out. Where can I get it? How can I bring it in again? Where I can get it is that I need to go to where we call normal app. Just go to your browser and click on normal app. When you click on your normal app, you will find a place. Now, I'm going to pause this screen sharing and take you to where I want to go so that you will see where you're supposed to go. So let me pause the sharing now. and now take you to the where I want you to know. Okay. So I'm going to share now my screen here so you can see. If you ask those who have left this meeting tomorrow, they will complain that Eneh is bad. Now I'm sharing my screen here now. Now, this is normal. An average person would not understand. Look at this place we call web on. When you click on web on, you have get started with normal. That has to do with normal itself. But web on is the tools that you use to make normal to become so enjoyable. We click on web on. Now that we click on web on, everyone should be able to do this. All you are seeing here, all the images you are seeing here they are all web on. But instead of you to download this item one by one, you download the single one called Discover Web. When I click add on this, there's going to be a barcode. This barcode I see here, this is what I need to go back to my normal and then scan this barcode and bring this barcode to my normal. That is a window that is going to help me that everything I need to do with normal is empowered and powered by this discovered web on. So I'm going to stop the sharing of this particular screen, and then please, my meeting, please. And then I will now stop sharing now and then get back to my normal and do what I'm saying right now. So I hope you can see my screen. So I now open my normal. I now log on to my normal and now use the scan bar. What do I want to do now? I want to scan the barcode that I have just brought out now. So I click on scan. I have scanned that barcode now. And what I'm doing is that I'm collecting all the weapons that will make my normal to function to the screen of my normal. So I click on add. Now that I click on add, I said launch web on. I have clicked on launch web on. And that has brought in a lot of all these items. So now that all these items are here, which one do I want to use at this time? Because I do not have need of all of them at the same time. So I'm dealing with NRT. So I come here and I said, I want to enable NRT migration. So watch my screen right now. I'm bringing in now NRT migration has been added. So I say launch. Now it has launched that to my normal. If I go back to my normal, you will see that items appearing on my normal right now. Now, I need another item because after I do the migration, I need to have a platform that I'm going to do the staking. So I go back to the place, the bank, and then click on bring in new credit DeFi. I click on that, and I'm going to add that back to my normal. So you understand that these are tools that enable normal to work. You can remove them at any time. You can bring them in anytime. So I'm now adding these ones to my normal. So you can see that the Web Discover is a place where I collect tools to add to our normal. So now you can see the difference between the first one. Now, what are the difference between NRT migration and NRT DeFi. We use NRT migration to migrate the NRT because the NRT was launched to the market with Binance Chain. And so the first thing is that we must, before we can do this, we must purchase at least a small part of the Binance token as a gas fee to make sure that we add this to our wallet. What do? We go to our wallet, and then we now look for Binance Chain, Binance token, so that we can use that asset, that wallet, to go to market anywhere, whether from Binance Chain, but the protocol is Binance BSC scan. So we now need to locate that. You will see that we have different type of Binance here. Now, the one we are going to use is, let's look at the one here. We have, so we have the BNB here. So this BNB. So we now click on BNB because already it has been added to the wallet. So we come here and we click on BNB so that we can collect the wallet. So we click on BNB and then click on receive and then copy this wallet to go to anywhere you want to buy BNB, to bring BNB to your Nomo, because without BNB, the gas fee, you will not be able to carry out the migration because the BNB is a gas fee. So now that you have done that, the next thing you need to do now is to click on, once your BNB have arrived the Nomo, it will appear on the top where we have NRT BSC. Now, once you have it there, you will now click on migrate to Zenith to Zen20. That means you want to move from Binance Chain to Zenith Chain, because NRT is being staking. The staking is taking place on Zenith Chain, not on Binance Chain. But when you buy from the market, the token is on Binance Chain at the market, listed on all the exchanges. But when you bring it to Nomo, you need to migrate from Binance Chain to Zen Chain. So if you do that, that is when you are going to see that the number you are seeing here now is 1,489. If I go back to my Nomo, you will find that that token is there. Look at it here. On my Nomo, you could see it at the front here. You could see the balance I have there. New credit, Zen20. You can see there's another new credit, which is of Binance. Let's locate that one so that you don't get confused about it. Let's locate new credit of BSC. Let's look for it. New credit. Once we see it, we can. Now you can come to the, as you look at the end, you can see after you count Polygon, USDC, PEP, you can now see new credit BE BEP20. Now this is the wallet that you are going to use to bring NRT from any exchange. That means if you buy NRT from Airbank, when you want to withdraw the NRT and bring it to your Nomo, that is the wallet you are going to use. Let's get back to the wallet. You can see that we have brought in that NRT. Now this NRT is on the same exchange, on the same protocol rather, where the NRT is being listed on the Airbank and all the other exchange. So you will now click on that and use a receiving wallet This is the wallet you are going to use to withdraw your NRT from any exchange that you have purchased to bring it to your normal, because you cannot carry out the transaction except the NRT reaches your normal. So to do that, you need to come to, because the NRT on the exchange is on Binance protocol. So you need to use new credit, which is Binance protocol, to collect the NRT to normal. It is when it has arrived normal, you can now carry out the migration. I hope that is quite clear. Now, having done that and having said all that, we can now get back to home. So once you completed the migration, now, and you have purchased your license, that is where you now go to NRT DeFi. When you click on the NRT DeFi, already you can see it has shown me my balance, what I'm holding, what I've not used. But it also has information for me that I purchased one farm, right? But I have filled my farm. That's why you see 0.00. That means on my farm, there's no space to plant anything again. But if the price of NRT goes down to 3 point something, my farm will squeeze itself, shrink up to create more space for me to fill my farm. That is why you see me, I'm having a variable NRT standby. Anytime I can pray that the price of NRT should come down, if for me to plant more. I started this farm with 5,000 something. As the price of the NRT was going down or went down, I planted more. So now, on this farm, I've completed my farm, but I'm still having extra NRT of 1,400. Now let me go and see what I have planted already. I will now click on claim reward, because you can receive 60% of what you have harvested, while 40% is locked up for 720 days. Now let's get back to claim the reward. This is where you see what is going on your farm and how the farm has generated money. Now you can see my farm here. If I should expand this so that you can see clearly. Now you can see my NFT ID. I have planted a total of 8,881 NRT, right? Which I'm expected, okay? That gives me a total of, I'm expected to receive a total of 21,316.21 NRT for the power at the minting power of 2.4, and the farm I bought is just one farm. So already 77 days has gone out of the 720 days. It has already minted for me 2,291.75. This is synchronizing with the market at real time. And so at the market real time, the value is $1,022 US. I can claim this. If I click on claim, it's going to ask me, do I want to withdraw, approve the claim? If I click yes, now you can see all the other information from the gas fee, from the value, everything. And so if I click yes, it will divide the 1,022 into 60 is to 40. 40 is locked, and 600 and thereabout US dollars will be released to me. My dear friend, this is what we are talking about. This is the magic. And you can see that at the end of this, so my 8,881 is looking at 21,300. And so if at the end of the cycle that this stays at $1, that is 21,000 US dollars. If it stays at $3, that is 63,900 and something US dollars. That is the reason why I want you to get out there. Let's hold this project because it is our labor. If we did not put our effort, this Eneh will not be attractive to my new credit for them to go and buy over. And so we cannot develop a company and then abandon that company when it starts yielding fruit. Is it the village people that do us? Is it the village people that do us? That we labor for a company and a company became attractive. Another company came and bought over that company and they become very big. And then the village people now cast a spirit of anger on us. And we are now want to scatter and abandon everything. I pray that God will knock away everything that the village people want to cast on you, that will make you to abandon this project that can reward you. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's fun anyway. But I'm very serious about what is going on. So, this meeting will be on recorded. You may ask for the recording, and Pastor Ola can take care of that and then send to the YouTube if it makes sense to anybody. So, I have done the ranting for the night. I will repeat it on Wednesday. I will repeat it on Sunday. I want you to bring investors. Next Wednesday, we are going to have it more organized, just 1 hour flat. We are not going to exceed 1 hour because we are going to deal exclusively for NRT. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday. We have other team members who are doing great job for other projects, but I'm going to focus on NRT. And I'm going to take NRT with you. We are going to harvest this company. So we can say, if we do this, we are going to get this. So ladies and gentlemen, that was all the ranting for the day. And thank you for your